Well, as you can see, we are snow camping. Welcome to the reset. We're forecasted to get 12 to 18 inches overnight. I'm by myself. If I get stuck, Scott will be up on Friday. We're in the Kodiak. Probably the best tent for these conditions. And right now we're pretty much in a near blizzard. 32 degrees and falling, and this storm's supposed to last 2 or 3 days. And yeah, I would have shown you the setup, but it was miserable setting up in this, so you'll just have to take my word for it. Might as well not make you miserable watching it. Gonna be using the diesel heater. I've been here about an hour and it's already gone. It's probably dropped about an inch, so I hope it's not a bad idea. Okay, inside the Kodiak Truck bed tent, the canvas is holding up really good. Got quite a bit of weight on top, but these steel bars do a great job holding it. Man, it is just coming down heavy right now, so I anticipate staying in here for a good portion of the day. Probably have to get up at some point and use nature's restroom, and that's not going to be fun. It's one of the disadvantages to snow camping. But I got the diesel heater going. It's not too cold outside. It's only 32 degrees outside, and with the diesel heater running for just a few minutes now, we're already up to 47 degrees and rising in here. So I'd like to get it about 70, and then we'll be good. We got everything going through the Blue Eddy AC200, and got a really warm sleeping system here. Got a moving blanket. I typically put this canvas sleeping bag on the bottom of the tent, but I thought I might need it tonight, so instead I've got a moving blanket on the bottom. Got the canvas sleeping bag. Inside that I got my Nemo Disco 15. And below that, the Xped Mega Mat 10, and that's got an insane R value, so we'll be plenty warm tonight, even if we didn't have the diesel heater. The newest equipment, piece of equipment that I have now is the Coleman, I think it's called a Trailblazer or Trailhead cot. A total pain in the ass to set up, but the old Coleman Comfort Smart cot, it lasted me 3 years, and I might still get another one someday. I like how wide it was, and it had the pad on it. The fatal flaw with that cot is, I've realized over the years, is that unlike every other cot on the market, for the most part, most cots are made taut by a tension bar, either on the bottom or on the sides, like this one, to keep the canvas bed or the high denier nylon on the bed straight. With the Coleman Comfort Smart, however, it has about, probably 50 springs that go all the way around the cot. And what happens is over time, those springs start to wear or give, and you develop a sag and even a bounce in the cot. Now, didn't bother me too much until I got the Mega Mat, and it scared me because there's a lot of pinch points on there. And when you had that little bit of a bowl shape in your cot, it didn't work really well with a air pad. So we're gonna try this out. I've used it on a couple other trips, and so far so good. I do miss the ease of setup with that Coleman Comfort Smart. You just basically unfold it and you're ready to go. Whereas this one, you've got to put some serious elbow grease and a back muscle into getting these tension bars put into place on the end. I've seen tricks on other YouTube channels where people stand it straight up and down and you step on it and pull it. I couldn't do that out here because there's a foot of snow outside. So yeah, I'm gonna fix up some dinner, watch a movie, and check in with you in a little bit.
Localized higher amounts of more than 20 inches will be possible at higher elevations. Winds gusting up to 45 miles an hour. Where areas above 5,000 feet near Alpine, Dorney Park, Flagstaff, Forest Lakes, Fredonia, Grand Canyon, Heber Overguard.
Well, bad news. The forecast changed. And in that spot that I was at, it was now forecasted to get 18 inches overnight and an additional 8 or 9 tomorrow. That's just too much. I would risk getting stuck and then having to get rescued, and it's just not worth it. It's a good lesson, though, you know, for those of you watching, if you're thinking about getting outside and doing this sort of thing, to always err on the side of caution. I'm going to probably camp in the town a little bit down the road and see if we can set up in the morning, but there is such a thing as too much snow. All right, so we made it to the new camp, and we're literally about 2,000 feet lower in elevation than that one that we just left. Well, last night. I wound up staying in town overnight and starting over, going lower. Great decision. There's about 7 inches of snow here and much more planned, but 2,000 feet up, that was nuts. I would have woke up this morning and really been sorry, but I kind of like this spot better. The snow's more manageable, and look at this view.
Winter storm warning in effect until 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time this evening. Above 5,000 feet. Today, breezy. Patchy blowing snow early in the morning. Patchy blowing snow in the afternoon. Snow and rain showers likely early in the morning. Snow and rain showers. Snow may be heavy at times in the afternoon. Visibility 1/4 mile or less at times in the afternoon. Snow accumulation 5 to 9 inches.
Weather report is showing, according to the weather service, that it's pretty much going to be windy and a lot of snow today for this area. We are at just about 6,000 feet in elevation, as opposed to over 8,000 last night when we were doing the video where we had to evacuate. So this is much more manageable. I just woke up. Didn't do much filming yesterday after that last clip, just because I was super tired after setting everything up and wanted to get to bed. I figured out a really cool hack, though, to drying my gloves, and that is setting them on the diesel heater hose overnight. Works like a charm. Speaking of the diesel heater, it did great. Kept us at a cozy 70 degrees here in the tent. 29 degrees outside right now, and the Blue Eddy AC200 is doing good. 68%. We started it off at only at 80, so about 10% down. We're currently drawing 32 watts. Have you ever had one of these situations where you wake up in the middle of the night? It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't tell if what I was hearing was just in a dream or if I had woke up from an actual sound. I woke up and I could hear dogs, like domesticated dogs, fighting right outside the tent, probably about, I don't know, less than 20 yards away. And I shined my light out there. I didn't see anything, but it was really odd because I
You know, I'd just woken from a deep sleep, and I couldn't tell if I'd woken up, if those dog fighting sounds were in my head from a dream, or if it was really happening outside. It was a little unnerving, to say the least, but I didn't see anything out there. So, and we're really far away from any houses, so I don't know why any domesticated dogs would be out here, but.
So definitely got some snow last night. I could hear it, of course, but didn't expect this much. It's I think we probably got about 4 or 5 inches overnight, and it's supposed to stay like this all day. Temperatures are relatively high though. It's right now it's 33 degrees out, so it's kind of a wet snow. But man, I just can't get over this view. I don't know what's up with that cross right there. Highly doubt something's buried there, but maybe a memorial. Just beautiful. Woo! It is coming down hard right now. This is about the worst I've seen it since we arrived. Scott's gonna be here in the morning. It's about a little after 2 p.m. now, so he'll probably be here around 8 o'clock in the morning. His hot hands are handy, these little packets. But we're gonna hunker into the tent. No use being out here in this and getting wet. See you in a sec. Man. Well, folks, I'm going to turn in for the night. Scott's going to be here early in the morning. I can still hear the snow coming down out there. Not quite as hard as it was on that last clip, but still coming down nonetheless. It's a lot chillier tonight than it was last night. We're in the, I believe, the low to mid 20s now, which isn't too bad. I'm going to be really warm. So I think I'm going to watch a movie on the iPad. Drift off. See you in the morning. You hear that? Of course, now that I'm recording, it's not going to happen. I really hope it's picking that up. I'm not imagining things. That is creepy. It's the same sound I heard last night. I can't really tell how far away it is. That is so strange. When I walked around the area yesterday, I didn't see any tracks, but it's snowing so hard it was covering probably anything that was there. Huh. Well, whatever it is, I'm definitely having a better night than they are. Hopefully they shut up soon.
Good morning. I slept like a baby, with the exception of that incident you just saw. I still don't know what that was. But Scott's going to be here soon, and it looks like the sun is out right now. So let's take a peek outside. I haven't checked outside yet, so you can come with me. Whoa. Nice. Yeah, welcome to the party.
Hey, made it!
Made it.
A little treacherous coming up to 87, but
Yeah.
made it.
I think you fared better getting up this than I would have if there had been this much snow when I got here. Scott's all set up. He's got a palace compared to what I'm in. That's the way to go right there. But it's chilly. And my tummy's a rumbling, so we're gonna get some eggs in the skillet. And for a shameless promotion, as Scott calls it, head on over to the merch store and get your Dirt Road Reset coffee mug for the cold morning camps. Scott says that you got a fire over there. Woo, buddy! Did it get your awning?
It was just a grease that was in there.
That's gonna look great on the video.
We got it though.
I was about to say that the DR mug makes your coffee taste better, but
It actually does.
that was a close one. Morning camps. Scott says that you got a fire over there. Scott was up in his tent napping, and I was tending to the campfire, and the Forest Service paid us a visit. And what a great guy. Gila County Sheriff's Office / U.S. Forest Service for this area. You got, I hope I'm getting his name right, Morris. You've got a good officer there. He's amazing. He came to check on us, and we just chit-chatted for about 30 minutes, and he was awesome. So he was just making sure we were okay and just doing his job. So once again, it was a good decision. Always trust your gut. Leaving that spot up on the rim, he reiterated to me that that was a good idea, and coming down here lower, so that he and his crew didn't have to come and rescue me, was a good idea. So shout out to the U.S. Forest Service Law Enforcement Division for what they do. Firewood duty.
Casualty of firewood duty.
Yeah. It ain't real firewood duty until you bleed.
Nice.
And here's the thing I always hear when I'm posting these videos is, you're crazy, like, brr, that looks too cold. It's really not. Like, it's very simple. You've just got to be smart about your clothing and your layers. When it comes to your sleep system, though, that's pretty paramount. That's pretty important. Get a high quality sleeping bag that's rated for 15 degrees or lower, and you're going to pay good money for it. Don't skimp out and buy one of these cheap bags that say they're 0 degree, because they really aren't.
Get a high quality bag like a Nemo bag, or one of those, if you're car camping, a heavy duty Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop 0 degree bag. That's what I use. You're gonna be fine. If you want an extra layer of comfort that is like a complete game changer, get yourself a diesel heater, okay? I mean, the biggest difference between a diesel heater and a big buddy heater is in the form of heat that comes into your tent. If you get a diesel heater, and these things can be bought online on Amazon, look in my links down below for my descriptions on good diesel heaters. Those can be bought for under $200, probably less than what a high quality propane heater would cost you. And that's a dry heat. That will not contribute to wet heat condensation that forms in your tent. And it's controllable. It has a remote control on it. All around a better option. The disadvantages to the diesel heater is you do need a 12-volt power supply. And that can be with any sort of a Jackery portable battery, or you can hook it up to your car battery, whatever. Trust me on this. Do a little bit of research on it. If you're this much interested in cold weather camping, you're gonna figure it out yourself. Get a diesel heater. It's all about being prepared. Bring plenty of water. Bring ways to start fire. Bring a communication device, whether it be a cell phone. If you're not in cell phone distance, bring a Zoleo or a Garmin InReach or a GMRS radio, something like that. Always be in communication with somebody. Well, I went to go take a short nap yesterday afternoon and wound up waking up around 11:30 at night. So it didn't turn into a nap, it turned into a full-out sleep. And being a horrible friend, I left Scott out here, but he did fine. He said he had a Ranger fire and that kept him warm. We're planning on leaving here in a couple hours. Thanks for joining us on this trip. If you like this content, please don't hesitate to hit the thumbs up button down below. Like, subscribe, consider becoming a Patreon or YouTube channel member supporter. And yeah, it was a good trip. We'll be doing some more snow trips probably the next couple months, because this is a lot of fun. It's definitely a different way to get out and explore nature. On that note, if you or someone you know is suffering from anything that's racking the mind, stress, anxiety, addiction, PTSD, postpartum, anxiety, you name it, it goes on and on. First and foremost, it's your job and my job to break the stigma and to encourage people to get the professional help that they and their loved ones deserve. But also, I highly encourage you, it's worked for me, to get outside, explore, and find your dirt road to reset. We'll see you on the next video, guys. Thanks.